Have you in the commentary box, Austin. We're looking forward to getting your insight on the course a little bit later on and throughout the afternoon. Nicolas Touzon is well on his way home, actually. We're going to wait for his time to come through as away from the start. Lauren Lillywhite, Billy Beaufort underway, clear of the first four.
Yeah. Nicola, former European champion, loads of experience, and he's showing it out here, and it's been an absolutely fantastic round. I think the little holding course has certainly played into his hands, but he's shown all his experience, and I would imagine he's going to go into the lead.
Well, he's going to be close, because actually it's going to be one of the fastest times of the day. We're just waiting for his held time to be calculated, but he didn't have a lot of a buffer ahead of Stéphane Landois. Had a very good dressage of 22, but here's Lauren Lillywhite really nicely through the Renault Pure Caravans as Nicolas Touzon Diablo-Month at 15.6 time penalties, 43.0. They will go into second on the leaderboard, so it's currently a French 1-2 as things stand, and actually only two people can go ahead of Stéphane Landois, and I'd be inclined to say he's going to be pretty uncatchable given the time.
Yep, the way it's riding, it's taking a lot of getting. It's very similar to badminton last week, I think.
Let's just touch on badminton last week for you, because first Irish rider to finish on the podium at badminton in 40 years. Have you come back down to earth yet?
I think I've never left Earth, really. It's been a busy all week. But yeah, no, look, it was a great result. The horse was fantastic, and he's come home in great shape, and that's the most important thing to me.
That's what we like to hear. Lots in store, we hope, later on in the season. There's a European Championships potential. Burley, watch this space. Billy Beaufort and Lauren Lillywhite, big jump clear of the brush at 10.
Yeah, that's a big fence, and she made it look very easy, to be fair.
Can I ask, Austin, badminton last week, the ground was pretty testing, challenging conditions here again. We're seeing a lot of horses getting a bit tired towards the end of the track. How do you go about, as a rider, starting out the start box in this kind of conditions over this kind of track?
I think number one, it's knowing the horse you're sat on, judging the pace, knowing how they travel in this sort of ground, and riding what's underneath you. I think Ros Cantor, lady of the moment, gave an exhibition round earlier. Yes, she had quite a few time penalties, but she was, she looked after her horse. He was always in his comfort zone, and it was just a fantastic one to watch. Also, I think fitness is a big element, and I think certainly this spring it's going to wake people up to perhaps go back 20 years when we had to have them really fit for long formats or steeplechase, long 3 days. That's an element that's likely disappeared, and I think this spring is a good wake-up call for people.
Fitness and I guess horsemanship would be something that certainly springs to mind looking at your approach to things. You're pretty straightforward in the way you look at how you manage your horses. What does your sort of fitness routine with them look like when you're preparing them either for the badmintons, but also you've got a really nice advanced horse here tomorrow? Yeah,
I think it's a long term. You're certainly not getting them fit for the moment. You don't start in February and say I'm going to badminton. Hopefully, like the mare here, it's fitness over a long period of time. Slightly old-fashioned, lots of grass cantering, lots of road work, and not suddenly thinking I'm going to get them fit in 6 months. I'm working the next 5 years, really. So getting a good base fitness and going from there.
I love that, not getting them fit in 5 months, 6 months, you're looking at the next 5 years. Lauren Lillywhite, Billy Beaufort, just a little bit of clever footwork up at the chicane.
Yeah, but he was very good, he was very clever, and she was actually very good. She sat quiet and she trusted her horse.
That's the score that they bring forward, 49.1. Are you a fan of, we've seen a lot more of introduction of people using swimming as an example to get their horses fit. Would that be something that you've done a huge amount of? Or?
No, I mean, personally, no. I'm not against modern therapies, but to me, there would have to be very specific reasons. I think people rely on swimming, people rely on various modern approaches, but ultimately I think it's the long-term hardening. And yeah, the long, the long road of the long road of fitness and not taking shortcuts.
No shortcuts. That is what we like to hear. Lauren Lillywhite coming towards the end of her round. Billy Beaufort, just the 4 jumping efforts remaining. And just one other combination actually out on course at the start of their round.
Lauren is a rider I don't know, and I would imagine not a massive amount of experience at this level, but I think she's doing an unbelievably good job, to be fair. She sits well, she sits quiet, she lets the horse do his job.